In 1980, Marilyn Chambers, already a household name from her groundbreaking role in a 1972 film, took on a new project that would further cement her status as a trailblazer in mature entertainment. The result was Insatiable, a film that blended glamour, ambition, and a touch of surrealism, pushing the boundaries of what adult cinema could be. Directed by Godfrey Daniels, a pseudonym for the creative team behind the project, Insatiable was a bold step forward, showcasing Chambers not just as a star, but as a cultural phenomenon. The film, released in 1980, became a defining moment in the golden age of genre cinema, blending narrative depth with visual flair. The story of Insatiable began in the late 1970s, when the adult film industry was riding high on the success of earlier hits, like the Mitchell brothers' work. Producers Stu Segall and Harold Lime, operating under the banner of their production company, saw an opportunity to create something bigger, a film that could rival mainstream Hollywood in polish and storytelling. They turned to Marilyn Chambers, whose fame from her earlier work and her Ivory Snow modeling days made her a perfect fit. Chambers, now in her late 20s, was no longer the wide-eyed ingenue of 1972. She was a savvy performer who understood her star power and negotiated a deal that reflected it. A reported $25,000 upfront, plus a percentage of the film's gross, a contract that echoed her earlier business acumen. Filming took place primarily in Los Angeles, with some scenes shot in the picturesque landscapes of Northern California. Unlike the gritty, improvisational style of her 1972 project, Insatiable was a more structured production, shot on 35mm film for a richer, more cinematic look. The budget, rumored to be around $500,000, allowed for moody lighting, lush set designs, and a soundtrack that leaned heavily on disco and soft rock. The film's aesthetic was glamorous yet grounded, with a nod to the soap operas and romantic dramas of the time. Chambers herself described the shoot as intense but professional, with a focus on creating something that felt like a real movie. The plot of Insatiable centers on Sandra Chase, played by Chambers, a wealthy heiress grappling with her desires and the expectations of her high society world. The story, credited to writer Don Chalmers, was loosely inspired by the glamorous lifestyles depicted in magazines like Vogue and the burgeoning fascination with celebrity culture. Sandra's journey takes her from opulent mansions to exclusive clubs, where she explores her identity in a series of visually striking scenes. The film's pacing is deliberate, with extended sequences that prioritize atmosphere over action, a creative choice that set it apart from the quick-cut loops of earlier genre films. Chambers, as Sandra, is magnetic. Her silent intensity and commanding presence carry the film, even in moments without dialogue. The supporting cast included industry veterans and mainstream actors crossing over into the project. John Holmes, a towering figure in the genre, played a charismatic playboy, while Jesse St. James appeared as Sandra's confidant, adding emotional depth to the narrative. Character actor Richard Pacheco brought a touch of gravitas to a smaller role. His scenes shot in a single day on a borrowed estate in Beverly Hills. The production leaned heavily on local talent, with crew members drawn from Hollywood's freelance pool, many of whom were unaware of the film's mature themes until shooting began. The director, Godfrey Daniels, kept the set light but focused, encouraging improvisation to capture authentic moments, though the script provided a clear narrative arc. Insatiable was released in the summer of 1980 at a theater in Los Angeles, capitalizing on Chambers' notoriety and the growing acceptance of adult films in mainstream venues. The marketing was bold, with posters highlighting Chambers' dual image as both a glamorous star and the former face of Ivory Snow. The tagline, "Her desires knew no limits," played on her public persona, sparking curiosity and controversy. The The film grossed millions, with estimates suggesting it earned over $20 million worldwide, a testament to Chambers' draw and the production's ambition. Critics, even those skeptical of the genre, noted its technical achievements, with Variety praising its polished visuals and confident pacing. The legacy of Insatiable is complex. For some, it's a time capsule of a moment when adult cinema aspired to artistry, blending narrative sophistication with genre elements. For others, it's a relic of a bygone era, celebrated for its audacity but critiqued for its dated sensibilities. She herself viewed it as a career peak, a chance to showcase her range as a performer. Insatiable remains a touchstone in film history, a testament to the ambition of its creators and the star power of Marilyn, who proved that mature entertainment could be bold, beautiful, and unforgettable.